I got it, what you say? Come show me what you stand for. Stop looking, walk this way. Took time to hit the dance floor. You can dance all night, dance all night, dance all night. You can dance all night, dance all night, dance all night with me. So fight the feeling, let's get the feeling. Show me the moves you got, yeah. Don't leave me hanging, the music's banging.
Hello all and welcome to another UK University Valorant stream. We're doing 10 mans today. It is me, Drunken Huntsman, joined with Loza today,
How you doing?
and we're hoping for hopefully some close games like I had last time I casted, where was it, a 13-12 and a 13-11. Those two intense games. We're hoping for them again. Not sure what map we're playing today. I'm personally hoping Haven. What about you?
Yeah, I think Haven will be good just to see how kind of teams execute on the attacking side. But I mean, I always like a bit of bind. I mean, I feel like it's the most standard map, but I feel like it quite kind of shows off each individual player's strengths. So yeah, bind for me.
Bind does have that out here potential with the portals, I find. It's really quite the skill map, I'd say. The split, to me, as I said this last time as well, is the worst map. I don't like the fact that those ropes are so accurate. Doesn't make any sense why you can hold a rope and shoot a gun at the same time. It
Yeah.
really
So yeah, sorry. So apparently the first map is Haven. So yeah, that's looking good. But as you were saying about splits, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the worst map in my opinion. I feel like people just maybe haven't quite figured it out. It's a bit like different from a similar map like Bind, because I think Bind is like the golden standard, the map that I think everything should be based around. Because I feel like it's quite balanced.
It is. It's the I'd say the closest to a CS:GO like map, so a lot of people be used to it. And obviously Haven's so outrageous because it's got those 3 sites, and
Yeah,
to me I like it because I like being away from CS:GO. I want to feel a different feeling to playing CS:GO to playing this. I think Riot have done a good job with it, and they just need to fix some points on it. Like I knew a spot that was when you're attacking on Haven, you could put Sage Wall on a roof, and you could just op over the top of a roof into straight onto B site, and they couldn't see you. It was a very dirty spot, and they need to fine tune this, but it is closed beta, so you can't judge them too bad at the moment.
yeah, exactly. I mean, at least we're getting all these kind of little glitch spots and all these like exploits out of the way in the beta. I mean, it's nice to see the creativity of the whole community because I think spots like that potentially might have a place, but like nothing to the extreme of like just getting a free kill every round.
It I'm looking forward to this moment. We'll see how it pans out. But do you have any expected operators for this? I'd expect like a Jet, Sage definitely, maybe a Brimstone, and a Cypher would be good for C site. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, just considering that it's 10 mans, I think we can expect to see something like a Jet, kind of that solo queue, solo carry kind of play style. Because I think everybody who is on stream, they do want to prove themselves. But I think in terms of the best characters, I think you definitely want to have a Sage on your team. That is pretty important for both attacking and defending. But alongside that, I think a Brimstone is pretty crucial on the attacking side, just because of those smokes. Like they're so versatile and kind of so necessary to getting onto a site, especially something like the B bomb site on Haven, where there's so many like connectors that you've got to smoke off. And if you can take it pretty fast, then I think it's an easy bomb site to take.
Brimstone Sky Smoke does last an enormously long time. It's so obnoxious, especially if you're wanting to just hold that point. If you're on C, like you're in garage, you just want to hold that point, then Brimstone just smokes off the entire area from a mile away. That's the angle completely lost just from one smoke. Really obnoxious. But if you're a Jet, I think you're gonna have to have very good shooting skills. You're gonna have to have the 1v1 potential If you're going to play Jet, you need that. I think the best in the team needs the Jet if they're going to play it. And I think a shot caller should always be taking Sage. You always want a shot caller on them because they're the ones going to be in the middle of the pack, calling out where everyone needs to be going, the rotations. They're the ones to be setting up the plays, putting those walls up, boosting them, like in B Doors Garage, right there, right over the top. You can peek right through the spawn. It's a must-needed champ, especially as it's the only healer in the game at the moment. They
Yeah.
later, I presume, when they either out of beta or even in beta, they will release another healing champ, mainly because they're gonna need someone else to be able to do what Sage does, because she is a must pick in every scenario. You won't see a game really these days without a Sage.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I really agree with your point about having like a shot caller or a really decisive player playing that Sage, because the last thing you want is you're a Sage and there's like two of you alive, maybe you're the last one alive, and then you've got all your teammates just saying you can res me, and then you want to use your wall really decisively. You don't want to slow your teammates, so you've got to be really sure of yourself when playing Sage, and especially on a map like Haven. You touched upon taking Garage, and I think Garage is so important on this map. Like having that alternate route to the C site is so important because the last thing you want is like 5 attackers barreling down that C long.
There has been a multiple times when I've been in solo queue and just no one holds that Gary, so you can just sneak through it and you come onto the flank on C and onto B. And you can get so many frags quick and easy if no one holds that garage. It is a pivotal point on this map, massively. And speaking of Sage as well, that little peak on B as well, the little head point. If you go to the back of boxes, get that Sage wall up, you just see the head, you'll always get that peak advantage because they will not see your head until you've shot theirs.
Yeah, I feel like spots like that people are starting to wise up to now, especially again with Sage, you've got that little boost over the garage doors. You've got the little head peak angle, but a lot of players I've found when I've been solo queuing or playing in a party is they all just spam the doors now. So that sort of angle really isn't available to you all the time. And I think that just goes to show that in general, kind of the community is wising up to all of these kind of sneaky spots that you can get to with the likes of Sage.
I think pretty much everyone who's after a key now has got one. So it's gonna be people are gonna start wising up to these tactics, like you said, and it's gonna be. I think that's good to me because it's gonna make a lot more of these proper tactics instead of just camping these spots. It's gonna create some creative tactics that are coming out. Now we see some really good outplays, and even Riot themselves said they are expecting people to come up with things they've never seen before. They haven't done it yet, but they're thinking of people like, especially CS pros who have this like broad knowledge of how these sort of games work, expecting them to come up with these amazing new tactics that will just like change probably the meta. And if that does, then everyone will catch on, and obviously it'll repeat itself again. But I'm hoping that this game will turn into the as big as CS:GO is because I love this game, and it's without all the gambling that has gone on in CS:GO. So it's got a fresh start. It's like CS:GO with a fresh start. And I love that, and I hope they really do improve it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when, like you said, with the devs not kind of realizing all these sorts of spots that you can get to, that's the sort of thing that you can expect when you're exposing this game to, especially the type of players who are going to be looking for this beta key. It's people who know a lot about the game and really want to kind of play competitively and get the most out of their experience.
Right, we are now finally getting into the game now. Once it's loaded, we'll just see who has picked here. It looks like the defenders have picked Raze, Viper, Sage, Phoenix, and Cypher. They have picked Raze, which is a bit controversial now. I'd say she is still strong, but the nerfs to her were pretty good, making her not as OP as she was. She can't throw double grenades, just lock you off and do tons of damage and slow you for that anymore. So she's still good, but not nearly as good as she was.
Yeah, I think picking Rays is more along the lines of kind of picking a jet. Like you're going to be looking for these aim duels and these easy frags that you can make for yourself, similarly to what you can do as Jet.
No one seems to be confident enough to play Jet this time. But we have got, it looks like, a 3-man into C site. And 2 just holding mid. Sage, I think, is trying to hold that flank, make sure no rotations come by. As the Viper is pushing the garages, no one can do it. Jack of all trades has popped out just to catch out that Viper. That is really unfortunate for Viper there. Just wrong timing. Happens so much in this game, I find.
Yeah, the Viper just thought that she could get through garage free, get that really pivotal spot on the map, but yeah, like you said, the timing just wasn't in her favor, as the attackers are now looking around this garage, maybe looking to go towards B or C, which is not making their minds up as of yet.
They have wasted a lot of time on this indecision. They need to make out their minds soon. That grenade has revealed that Razor location, but it's pretty good grenade, taking off about 60 health from that Phoenix.
Yeah, in the meantime, the shadow realm on Cypher got a double and opened up this B bomb site as it's 2-on-2 now. Rags also getting a double. Just this Cypher left now. Oh, gets one. In a 1v1 now with the Sage. Doesn't
So
quite know his
he's only on
position.
5 HP though. This just needs one shot, and there we go. Has wrapped that one up. That is a good start for the attackers. This is quite, defenders, sorry. This is quite a hard map for the attackers, so you're not really expected to win the majority on the attack on this. It is, like most of them, apart from, I'd say, probably Bind is the least CT-sided one there is, but it's still CT-sided. But Haven, very CT-sided map, and they need to be careful, the attackers. They don't lose too many rounds. Because I hope they're really going to full economy here. You don't want to buy out after the first loss. It's not worth it. You can't get that good at guns. And if you save, then you can just get your AK, your Phantom, you know, your Vandal next round.
Yeah, this is interesting. We see a garage push potentially, but Jack of all trades cut that out, and Phoenix wasn't able to trade, but does get the trade onto Jack of all trades. Sorry, does Atomical. He's now looking onto the C bomb.
They are gonna catch him on the. No, he didn't actually clear the left side properly. He glanced but didn't look at the far corner, allowing that raise to catch him out.
Yeah, that is a pretty common spot for people to play. Just kind of lurking in your spawn, waiting for these rotates. Because as a CT, you do get kind of antsy. You want to push. You want to get this intel for your team, and especially on a map like this where there is 3 bomb sites, so you never know where the attackers are going to go.
That was quite the misplay. He's gonna be mad at himself for that one. He's not gonna be happy just the fact that he just didn't check that corner properly. He knew that there could have been someone there, but decided that the quick rotation was more needed. But unfortunately, got caught out there. So I gotta push through garage, which Sage is about to come through to check. No, she's backing off. She's ignoring
she
it.
doesn't
She's
quite
just gonna
know.
check the C site. They are walking, so they won't see. That was a good shot from Rags there.
Yeah, Rags not knowing. Alias is right behind him with the shotgun.
I thought they were going to go for the knife. I thought they were going to go for the BM knife. They decided not to. The Brimstone is coming around the corner now.
Didn't get a plan.
Has tagged that Viper. There's not enough time to plant now.
Yeah. Aliator just deciding to not go for the plant. As a result, just get one frag.
I think they might have heard the Brimstone come around the corner there and thought, I need to pick this off. I don't have time to plant. They should have gone for a safe plant around the corner there, but decided the speed was necessary. Had run out of time from a lot of time they wasted just holding that garage, hoping someone would come through for the peak. Did not happen. Now they do have, I believe they do have actual guns this round though, so we might see a more competitive round this time instead of just the one-sided. Even though there was only one left remaining on the panel there, so it was a very actually good eco round from the attackers there.
Yeah, you see Potato Warlord just getting a nice frag, but Don XD on the attacker side does pick up a trade as they're going on to the A site now. Just Brimstone left to defend this. They don't quite know. We don't see rotates coming through as of yet. Iliad just, he whiffs the whole spray. Don XD does manage to trade though.
That was a trade, a bit of a slow trade, but it will do for now. They'll go for the plant. They are still rotating. The Phoenix is coming around the back. They might, will they go through short though or long? It looks like he's going to rotate through long to see if he can catch him. No, they don't They're not looking, apart from the rays in heaven, which might catch out the Phoenix, but then the Sova is coming.
That's a good retake, covering all the angles.
No, I was interested in how that Sova played out there. I think rays might have been in hell there.
Yeah, the Rage was in hell. Because, yeah, you saw the Sova go up into heaven. But that was a really good retake from the defender side. They kind of knew where the pivotal angles that they needed to check, and they pushed it all together. And it was really effective.
Now, because the attackers have lost this round, they're going to be quite low on funds right now. They spent probably most of their money on that round. And probably going to have to do another economy here. They have bought the sheriffs, it looks like, and that might be bad. They've gone for an eco again. I think one of them, I think this might be the Shadow Realm, might go for an op next round because they will have possibly enough money to go for it. And usually one, especially if you can get one on C, if you can get a quick peek, then it's usually worth it. It does look like though they're changing their tactic up. They're not going for the 3-man this time. They're going for the 2-1-2, which does not seem to be working out. Instantly, 2 of them have been fragged. Only the Phoenix holding up the garage now.
Yeah, Jack of all trades, playing that Phoenix on the seaside, actually popped his ult in the little cubby, so he pushed up really aggressively there, which managed to get him a frag in their spawn. But they're looking to take A now. There's only 2 of them. See what they can do, but they're playing quite passively, just looking for picks on the attacking side, just seeing what they can do with this eco. They don't see Jack of all trades coming back behind him. Gets 1. DonXT does manage to get a frag though with the sheriff.
He really should just grab that gun that Phoenix had there and just save for now. It'll be make most sense. You're not really going to 1v4 with the sheriff. He has not grabbed the gun though. He did not grab Phoenix's gun.
Oh, he's potentially going for the hero play here. They all think he's all towards A potentially, but he is sprinting through garage. Oh,
There is no one on B side. If he manages to get to there, he can plant. There's one on C. There's still the Sova on C there.
it's a lucky draw at this point to who is on the site. Actually does get this over.
That
Potato
was
Warlord missing his operator shot.
he did potato that as his name suggests, he did potato that op shot. Now
Yeah,
will
this
the
is
Sage
pretty big.
actually get that op? They know it's she must know it's behind her. No, it just gets flanked from C long. That was quite a simple retake there.
Yeah, just had too many angles to cover, and only having that sheriff, he was really limited on to what gunfights he could take. So it means that the defenders 4-0 up now in this game.
This is kind of, like I say, expected as it is CT side, but they still need to get a few rounds under their belt, the attackers. They will have guns this round though, as one has bought the Vandal there, I see. One might buy the op. Could be worth it, especially if they're going for a slow push. They seem to be only slow pushing. Haven't gone for fast. They might want to try this soon. Because their tactic of the slow push is not working so far. Going to need to try something new out to see if they can at least get a couple rounds under their belt. Get the momentum in their favour.
Yeah, the attackers might want to potentially try and isolate one of the 3 bomb sites, as the defenders are going to be spread over the 3 bomb sites. They're trying to isolate one of them, maybe trying to rush it, trying to get all the utility out. Might be effective, but being blocked off of the C site now by the Sage.
That is just why Sage can be so impressive. The fact that they just locked off an entire site, which I actually think was the attackers doing there. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But they might
maybe.
have done that on purpose. It looks like it's the attackers one that's done it. Maybe they're doing it just for a peek to see in the cubby. And there's no
Yeah.
one actually there at the moment. They are all rotating though. Looks like 3 have gone mid. But no, the Raze is sticking back. Possibly
Yeah.
just looking for that peak.
Yeah, they're just trying to spread themselves, trying to get some picks, but DonXT does go down. Tomoko gets the trade. They are now onto the B bomb site, but Spike has just been left behind, and Tomoko's going to look for more picks now, just to try and shore up this B bomb site. Walks around the Sage wall. Does go down to Sage, but pop his ulti. So overall, coming
like
in.
Still
Oh
might
my.
die to me. He's still got that. Sova ulti that was a very, very good ulti from Sova there. Got all the information, even killed one of them. It's It's not often you see the Hunter's Fury actually get many frags. It's usually just a recon or like an intel sort of thing. But when it does get those kills, it's very satisfying.
Yeah, and just going on to B bomb site, they managed to slightly block off one of the entrances, one of the connectors with the Sage, and then at that point, the B bomb site was just a death box. People were just spraying inside, and you saw, I think the Phoenix got a 2K, and yeah, the attackers didn't really stand a chance once they didn't get that spike down.
What I am surprised at here is that the Sage isn't using many peak spots. They haven't used the garage peak spot yet as the one right here that Jackal Trades is about to walk out from. Feels safe pushing that due to the fact that our smoke's there. But he does get 2 kills there, but he does get traded off by Aliator there, but it's not worth. He still managed to get 2 kills on the flank. I don't see why no one was watching Garage. That was must have been a slip in communication there. As you must have someone watching Garage if you are all pushing that mid door.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good spot for the attackers. They got 2v2. They could go to any of these bomb sites right now, but Aliator just pops his ulti on B.
Viper's Pit has been used. This is, in my opinion, one of the best ultis in the game. It's very situational, but the fact that it lowers you down to just 1 HP as you, well, degrades you down to 1 HP as you're in it, and it gives you the highlight of where they are when they walk in. It's so invaluable, but the fact that Sova managed to recon bolt through that and tag her kind of just ruined it. I think they had that if they want that Sova. That Sova, I think, is their clutch. That was a perfect recon drone because he saved it for that point.
Yeah, that recon bot can be a really big counter to the Viper's Pit. It's just kind of takes away the unique aspect of her ultimate, which is the fact that you don't know where she's going to be inside of that. But yeah, it was a really nice play, and you managed to pick up the attackers fairly easily. So I'm looking for the attackers to do something substantial this round. Just change something up. Go for a bit of a cheesy strategies with these pistols.
They are going the full rush. They haven't gone the full rush yet, and no one else they're watching C yet. But they're just getting. They just got peppered straight to the smoke. That is quite unfortunate.
Yeah, these fast rotates came up for the defenders. Raze ult did get one. Guess 2 actually does Raze. Now it's a 1v1. Cypher just rotating from the A bomb site. Yeah.
They are coming into CT. Raze has no idea where it is. She's just gonna plant. Give the pressure on the Cypher here.
Yeah,
Raze
both
is
players.
going to back up to the Cubby, but Cypher is pushing now. They
Oh,
did
the
not
timing.
catch out the Raze in time. The Cypher has no idea where this Raze is.
Think you might have an idea.
He might have an idea. He does seem to
Sees the
think.
gun. Gets the spray. Oh, and does manage to get it.
And there is
Cypher
plenty of
managing.
time left on that bomb. That was. I'm not sure how he knew where that Raze was there. I don't know if he saw.
Yeah, I feel like that's quite a common spot to go. If you see the bomb planted for long, I feel like a lot of people do go to that little cubby. So
They do, which makes you think you should really change it up just to give them the element of surprise, really. If you can just go into a spot unexpected, then they're going to have such a hard time. Whereas if you go to these classic spots, which yes, it can give the advantage, but if people know where it is, they can just pre-fire around that and most likely get the frag on you.
Yeah, it kind of shows you the levels that people are thinking on in this game. Because, you know, you could go to the normal spot, you plant for long, you go long. And the level above that is you plant for long, and then you watch for the people who are going to go long. But then you've got so many levels to this game, but we just see pretty basic strategies coming out.
That brimstone smoke was not a good smoke. They tried to smoke off mid-window there, but completely failed, leaving a gap into the side. That could have, someone peeked that could have cost them their life.
Yeah, it's attackers again, just not quite committing to one bomb site. Do you see Cypher pushed up pretty far on the short though with the spike, but he decided to back out. Maybe look at this B here now.
The attackers do seem to have too much indecision right now. They are not picking and going. They are just changing between sites constantly. They need to pick one, they need to go for it, they need to get the frags and get that planted. Otherwise, the time is always in the defender's side. You have to push, otherwise you're just going to lose. They
Yeah,
have
you
got
see them.
a lot of
just-
frags. So there's only 2 left on the defender's side.
Yeah, and they're still being tentative, which is really peculiar behavior.
They only have 30 seconds. They have to push in the next 10 seconds, otherwise they are just going to lose this. And the Brimstone is holding back sight there. Just waiting.
I like
Cypher
this.
coming through. Oh, the hide behind the sage wall is very good spot there.
Does
That
pick
was
up one.
close on the side from Brim. That looks at the wrong moment. Well, that is the Brimstone ultimate awful strike just to lock them off.
Oh, they do manage to get the retake though. Do the defenders?
They managed
Maybe
to clutch 2v4. That is, I think, as you said before, that is to do with the indecision right there.
yeah, like the attackers just don't look like they want to fully commit to anything. They're too scared of kind of rushing in and just instantly dying. But that's going to be their downfall if they don't commit to a site soon because it's indecision. It was a 2v4, like you said, but Brimstone played that really well. He kind of held passively, waited for them to commit to the site, allowed the Cypher to rotate, give him some support, and they managed to pick up all 4 kills, which is really well played, and none of them dying as well.
Yeah, the defenders are sticking with the exact same strategy they've had the entire time, keeping that Sova on C site, the Cypher on A, and then 1 garage, 2 in B site. And you thought the attackers may have caught on by now, but they don't seem to have completely caught on as they aren't pushing. Sure, they have taken out the site. Although that is the Cypher on the attack that's been taken out. That is not good for them. They need to full push this. They have got 1 in garage right now, just waiting. Atomical. The Phoenix is waiting in garage. See if they can catch a rotate. Possibly off C. They're about to meet with the other Phoenix right now.
Yeah,
That
the
was-
attackers on this A site, they've been here for a good 30 seconds now. They've been spotted out, but they're still not committing and they're still not rotating out. They're just kind of sitting here.
To their indecision, it's allowed the entirety of the defenders team to rotate all the way to this A site, so they can't push it anymore. They are a 2v3 here with a Sova flanking them. They cannot do this indecision. This indecision is costing them these rounds. If they push these sites with that 1 person on each site, they could get this plant off before any of them could rotate, and that could get them around. They need to improve their communication, I think, and their tactics. Otherwise, they are just going to lose every round in this one.
Yeah, Viper did get a pick onto B. Maybe kind of lurking, trying to switch things up a bit, but Sova on the defensive side is watching garage.
McFett
mind
is
backs
on
off.
A site now and has cleared the site itself, but
Yeah.
does not have the bomb. The Viper is in a completely another location.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure
I mean,
what that team play was. The Viper was completely out of place. Nowhere near the race, who had cleared outside. That was perfect time to plant. Could have held the site and possibly got your win there, but for some reason the Viper decided to go halfway across the map.
yeah, I mean, you did see a moment there where maybe it could have all come together where Raze got the A site, got a pick, and you instantly saw the Brimstone. He ditched Garage and just started rotating, but Viper just missed a shot, and Brimstone just turned and killed him. So that could have been where the plan all came together, but
Oh,
was-
Rags,
wasn't
they're
meant to
doing
be.
a little bit of the BM for the camera. They're putting the salt emote up just before the start of the round.
We see Garage control being taken. I
They
like
have
this on the
cleared
attacking
window,
side.
yeah. They have spotted the Phoenix but got blinded just as McFett saw the Phoenix. They were blinded. It was very unfortunate timing. Atomical has taken Garage though.
Yeah, this is the type of thing I want to see. We saw 2 people really assertively take Garage. They got a trade, but they just
Now
don't
they're
have
just-
the map control.
Cypher still seems to be at spawn. Are they AFK?
I believe he is AFK. Yeah, I think it's from disconnect, which is rather unfortunate.
That is quite unfortunate. They need to push heavily anyway. He does seem to be moving
He's back.
his mouth. He's back. Bit late though, I think, for this one. The Sage even has their res still up if they need it.
Yeah, I really thought
don't think
Atomical would have
they'll need
clutched that
it.
out after that first headshot. I really believed in him, but
Shadow
let's see
Realm
if-
here only has a pistol due to their being AFK. We can hope for a clutch here, but no, it's
it
not
wasn't
going
meant
to
to
happen.
happen. No.
There are only 2 more rounds left in this half. They really need to get these 2 rounds, but I don't know about you, but I'm not confident at the moment. They aren't pushing. They're being so slow that it's allowing everyone to rotate to the site that they are pushing. and when they try to rotate to another site, they either get picked or they just don't rotate fast enough.
Yeah, I feel like a few players on this attacking side have got the right idea. We've seen glimpses of people taking really valuable map control and getting good trades, but you just need that one person to speak up properly and get the whole team on board with the plan.
It does seem like they haven't got the communication here because they're not doing any strategy. The Cypher is on their own. 2 attackers have already been picked off, and 2 of them are seemingly trying to take this ace site here.
Oh,
But
as
instantly
unfortunate.
fragged as the ult comes up.
Yeah, and the defenders are just allowed to take so much map control there. They're pushing up for intel and they know exactly where the defenders are, and as a result, they've got on these early frags, and now it's just down to the Sage.
Sage has managed to get 2 here, but Phoenix is flanking. But the Sage might have
Don
heard that.
XD.
The next thing, could they clutch? Could they get their first round from a 5 versus 1 clutch?
I mean, it's gonna have to be an ace from Don XD if he wants to get this. He's already got the 3k.
He
But
hasn't got the spike, but
yeah,
the Sage isn't holding the spike though. No one is holding that spike. Now Sage is coming around the corner. Have a look at
hears
the
him.
spike.
oh, he swings. Ah, doesn't quite get the 4k.
That
Right.
was probably
yeah.
their best round, and that is not a good thing to say. The best round is a 5v1, but they've managed to get down to a 1v2. They are in a shambles right now. The defenders have infinite gold at this point. Their credits are through the roof. The attackers have nothing. They have no rounds. I can always guarantee you their mental is down right now. They are thinking, we're going to get 30 node. How could this happen? What have we done wrong at this point? They really need to, after this game, think about all the possibilities that have made this go wrong. And I think most of it, to me, it seems just the indecision.
Yeah, it's just the lack of commitment. Maybe the lack of a really assertive voice on the attacking side. They just need to decide where to go. Atomical does manage to break open the C bomb site. The potato wall again. Misses a couple of AWP shots, but
It is, again, a 4v2. But last time there was a 4v2. Did not turn out well, and it's
Oh, it's-
already going down. With 2 instantly fragged.
Viper's just not on the site. They're just not playing together. Does manage to pick up 2.
There's
Can
only
break
one left,
open.
Cypher,
Yeah.
who looks like, I don't know what they're doing. They shouldn't be trying to save. It's the last round of the half.
Yeah, Cypher just went back into the A-bomb site just to pick up his camera. Maybe he's meant to pick up a few more of his utility. He's going to try and take this C-bomb site back from the attackers. Gonna meet the Viper.
They know where he is now due to those shots.
No more charges left.
Oh my god. Oh, that was nearly a really solid play.
And
I don't...
they got 1 round. They can take something. At least they haven't got wiped. At least, but what they need to win pretty much every round here from now on, and they can't have the indecision they have in defense like they have on attack. If someone is pushing a site, they're all going to have to rotate. But they might have the same indecision on this defense as they do on attack. If they do, then this is completely lost.
We can always hope for the attacking side now. Once they're on the defending side, sorry, they can just sweep all of these because, I mean, in their fairness, it is 10 mans. You've potentially never played together. So obviously it's going to be quite hard to coordinate attacks onto any site actually, but yeah, it doesn't look good for them as of right now.
Revealing area.
Attacker's just going to try and take the C bomb site, and we already see so much more commitment from them as we did from the other team.
They have
Oh, but
all
the
decided to go there.
Raise grenade, sorry, got 2.
And
was
that has
huge.
reset the grenade because that is 2 frags. They get another grenade for that.
Yeah, but they were committed onto the C bomb site. That Razors shut that down completely as they're going to try and rotate around. But the defenders have pushed up so far. They probably know exactly where these 2 players are. Got so much map intel right now as the Cypher's just going to look to catch him out, but doesn't. Superior J heard the Shadow Realm come round. That's a 2v2. It's much more promising. Try
They're
and take
both-
mid control here.
on the mid there, yeah, and another defender's been taking out there. Only the Rays left, who is rotating back onto B there. But both
Yeah.
the Sage and the Cypher are coming into B side now. And you can see as the Cypher is actually waiting for the Sage to move in. They have the communication on this team.
Yeah, Macfit's going to play this pretty well, though. He waited for them to commit. Rags does get the trade.
And that is, I don't want to count them out, but I mean, I'm gonna have to say this is game over now. Now the attackers have the economy, they have the guns they can buy out this round, and the defenders don't. The defenders are going to have to buy here. They won't have any money to, but they're gonna have to buy. As you see, one has bought a Judge, one a Marshall, and the other's just bought Sheriffs and a Frenzy. They have to do it, even though you don't want to. They're gonna have to, because they lose this round, it is game over.
Yeah, it's pretty do or die now. Gonna see what they can do. Macfit just holding this garage with the shotgun. Gonna try and get a cheeky pick, but is fully blind. Does spam. Actually does pick up Jack of all trades. You see Aliator as well. We're getting so many picks on the defending side. See what Aliator can do now with
Now, the
Sniper.
Marshall is quite a good gun, I find. It's very good at hip fire, which is really weird, I find. But it's a brilliant hip fire weapon.
Yeah, it's weirdly accurate and shoots kind of fast for a sniper rifle when you're hip firing.
I've often had times where I'm peeking with the op and then the Marshall just shoots me first because it's so fast. And it can be quite infuriating. But I think they're going to need a bit more than the Marshall to save them here. They are a 4v2, but they have no idea where the attackers are going here. Either they are rushing A here.
Yeah, they
That
got
was a
the smoke set
missed
up.
smoke. I presume they're trying to smoke off Heaven there. But missed. But they must know that.
I mean, they got the 2 picks, they got the 2 entry picks, and one was hell, so it worked out in their favor. As it's now down to a 1v1.
The accident, I'm going to presume was accidental. It could have been on purpose, for all I know. But I
Yeah,
feel like it
maybe.
was an accidental smoke there. I presumed it meant for Heaven. But they
Yeah.
have got that round back. So, I mean, you never know. They can pull out 11 rounds in a row. I suppose it is possible. I've seen it before, just it's quite rare. And the way they've been playing, it just doesn't feel like they will manage it. But we can hope, I guess. Hope for a close game.
Yeah, we can hope for this kind of miracle sweep coming out. And to be fair to them, it's a lot easier to play on the defending side with people that you don't really know as well. You haven't got the communication all there. But what we've seen from the attackers, they seem to have a game plan going into this attacking side. As Raze pops out, gets one with the rocket launcher, gets 2.
That
Doesn't know where
was
the third one is.
a great satchel ult there. It's every time the Rays uses their showstopper, that rocket launcher, they always use their blast packs to jump over, get that distance just to throw their enemies off.
Oh, and they get
And
a
they've-
third round, do the defenders, and yeah, that play from the Rays is probably something you'd want to see on the attacker side. But you know, Macfet using it really offensively on the defending side just to kind of catch them out and gets a 2-piece for his efforts.
They are starting to possibly get a rhythm here. We can see if they get this round. I think they can take the one after. But
Yeah, I
it's
definitely
still going to
agree.
be hard because the attackers can buy up here. They have got their Vandals, whereas the defenders still have that Spectre, the Bulldogs. Not such good guns. Sova Arrow does completely miss that though, and Bet does spot the Sova move to the right there.
Yeah, the attacker's just gonna look to take this garage control. Actually gets a pick onto B as well, so this map is wide open in the middle now. Trades are
There
coming out
are-
onto the C site.
3 push through garage. Now they have full garage control at this point. Cypher has actually gotten fragged at C long there. Does not manage to take out that Sage, but they do have full garage control. Hazel
that-
1-for-1 there, but it's worth more on the defender side. There's only one attacker left who is still in the garage. Beast got to peek it. That was a bit of a whiff from Potato Wall. Another potato aim from him there. He's really living up to his name this time.
Yeah, and that can be the problem when you're going over to Seaside. If you take Garage and you don't move out of it fast enough, if you don't decide where you want to go from that position, then you're stuck in a place where there's really only two ways out. And we saw most of the team just dying in Garage there. So when they're taking that Garage, they need to get out of it much faster than they did before. Decide if they're going to explode onto the Seaside or they're going to come back round to B.
Possibly, hopefully these defenders might be able to show that it is truly the only reason they lost all those rounds was because it was CT decided. I don't think it is, but it could be.
It
is
could
CT
be.
sided, but I don't think that's why they lost
Cage triggered.
those 11 rounds at that time.
Cage triggered. Caught one.
No, and the attacker's going to try and shore up this game with a big A rush. Most of them coming from long. Cypher's holding
To
well.
run it back from the defenders there. The Phoenix does not help though. Atomical gets the Phoenix ult destroyed as well as himself. This is 2 defenders down now. It's a 5v3. It's not looking good. Alliator has got the op on Heaven now.
Oh my, what a flick from Alliator. I don't know
That
where Potato Warlord was, but
That was an
crazy.
amazing flick shot. Hopefully that can save them.
yeah, the retake is on now. Don XD does get,
Attacker
Killing.
state and the defensive both have resurrections.
oh, the 2k from
available.
MacFet. Retake is on. I don't know where the Cypher is now. Sage just shot her own teammate. Cypher just playing this slowly. That is a really good slow. Yeah,
That
they
was
knew
a
exactly where the
brilliant shot.
Cypher was.
They've
Yeah.
got about 4 rounds in a row now. No, that's 5 rounds in a row, I think, actually.
Yeah, that was a
4 or
crazy round.
Nah, 4 rounds in a row. 4 rounds in a row, yeah.
It was 4 rounds in a row, yeah.
So they
Yeah.
seem to be getting a rhythm into this. But one mistake, just one tiny mistake from the defenders here will cost them it. They can cost them the game completely. That is why being on this match point is a really, really bad place to be. Because even if they could clutch this, just 1 round, all it takes for the attackers to win.
Yeah, the attackers did really well that last round. I don't know if they had a full buy, but we saw Rags popping off with the Sheriff. I don't know if they
I-
full bought that last round.
I saw one of them had an op, so they might pick it up from the defenders. I'm not sure if they bought that round, but they do
Oh,
have the guns this round. That is 2 down from the defenders though. 3 down. And a resurrect from the Sage. It's a 5v2 now.
oh yeah.
But despite being planted, their Sage is dead, so they cannot resurrect.
Yeah, the Hunter's Fury just coming out now, just kind of trying to spot out
And the
some of these
Hunter's Fury
defending
would have
players.
shown the Cypher's location, even though it didn't hurt him, it still showed his location, so they know that he is in Garage.
Yeah,
And now it's a 4v1, and that is the
that's
game.
GG.
That is GG. That was very one-sided.
Yeah, and I mean, hats off to the attacking team just then who won. They played that defending side really well. They shut down anything that the other team was trying to throw at them. They won all their aim duels. They played their defending side properly, and to reward their efforts, they only had to win only 1 or 2 rounds on the attacking side.
It's disappointing when you see games that are quite one-sided, I find. It's not their fault. It is a bit saddening to see. They did manage to get 4 rounds back from the defense, but it was a bit devastating. Now,
Yeah,
we should be getting some of the losing team in here for an interview, just to
Yeah.
see what happened here. We will have McFet and
Yep.
Rags in.
Hello.
So, I have to ask, what went wrong?
Well, Rags is from the winning team, I think, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, I must.
for me, it was a bit of a rough one. We had a player on our team with some pretty bad technical issues for the entire game, so he couldn't
We
hear
did
us,
see
and
the
we couldn't hear
Cypher
him.
was AFK.
Yeah,
one of those.
but other than that, no, it was just rough. A lot of the time, we were just getting raw out aimed, to be honest.
You seem to have a lot of hesitation on attack, which possibly cost you quite a few rounds there. Just you didn't manage to. You had some sites, you had garage taken, but you took too long. Allowed them to all rotate back round
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
for sure.
site,
Yeah,
and
there
I
was
feel like
sorry to
if you
interrupt.
pushed a little quicker, you might have taken quite a few more rounds in that first attack phase.
Yeah, you're right. It's hard to get a group of strangers to like all commit to the same thing and do it all at the same time in good timing as well. But you're not wrong. We would have taken more rounds if we'd committed harder when we'd gotten space.
Now, Rags, how do you feel about that win? Are you happy about how you performed?
Yeah, very happy. I mean, sibling rivalry really helps me like perform, I guess. And played with Jack and Potato for a while, so had good comms.
Yeah, Potato did have a bit of few cases of the potato aim though, I saw, especially one in
Mo-
garage near the end there.
Yeah, well, came through, got the win, so it's all
You
good.
did get the win. It was an impressive win, especially the 11-1 start you had. That was an impressive start at least. You must have been very confident going into defense after that. Attack, sorry, after that.
Yeah, I found like my aim was really good straight from the pistol, so I felt really confident.
You did get some very, very good shots now, I do have to say.
Cheers.
Well, I do want to say congratulations on your win though. It's very impressive. And just before we take a little intermission here, I just want to say that there is the UK University Valorant tournament soon. It starts on the 30th, this month, the 30th of April. You have to be a student at a university, and you must be all from the same university to have a team.
I think I went and figured it out, and you're what you're about. Well, I know that you never run far, cause you don't even answer. You wanted it and not die. That one day you get some, and you wake up with your problems solved. Yeah. I've been a fool, now I'm down and out. And I can only go to blow my soul. Gonna feel like I fell in love. Guess I wasn't thinking of. Well, that's enough, babe. Hold me down just to try to keep me up, babe. That's enough, babe. Well, that's enough, babe. Hold me down just to try to keep me up, babe. Whoa. I got my enemies in the dark. I can see that there'll be no sleep, no. Well, I try to leave, rolled away. Now I'm hiding in the evergreens. And then I went and figured it out, and I get a dark.